I'm not the guy that shies away from making a prediction and telling you that, hey, the Ndamukong Suh contract's not going to work out and that Joe Philbin's going to be terrible, or don't draft Yatiel Green because he's going to break down, okay? Or, hey, put Chris Greer in place. I'm always willing to go out on limbs. Hey, this Dolphin team, I think, will win 0. They won 5. So, right or wrong, and we're going to be wrong plenty of times, and maybe I'll be wrong on this one. But I got to tell you something. The people that think that they're not going to miss a beat and that the Patriots are going to – they're not going to make the playoffs this year. Okay? I don't care what anybody tells me. Let me explain something to you. Okay? Outside of Garoppolo, who's a solid quarterback, and you got Brady in the 6th round, what other quarterback? Hoyer? Mallett? Jacoby Brissett? What? I mean, and Garoppolo, while he's done a solid job, he had his moment last year, and he hit a wide open Emmanuel down. He missed a wide open Emmanuel downfield, which would have made all the difference in the world there. So it's not like he drafted another quarterback that went on to, dominate. No, Garoppolo kind of lived off of a hell of a defense and a running game, and he made his plays. He complemented it. Now, maybe he gets over the hump this year, but it's not like Bill Belichick can automatically find a quarterback. Okay? And if you look at free agency, they have lost a lot. And I know they have a lot of picks this year, again, because they always do. And they'll get a lot next year because look at all the guys they're losing. So they're going to get compensatory picks for all kinds of guys. Like, look at Kyle Van Noy is going to produce a nice pick for them overall. But Belichick screws up a lot in the draft. And Tom Brady has always been there to make up for it. Tom Brady's not there anymore. And Tom Brady, while I know he's not the Tom Brady that he was 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 12 years ago, I get all of that. And Belichick saw that. It's not like you're replacing him with somebody that can also make up for all your mistakes. And there's a lot of people that feel, okay, he's going to, no problem, turn things around and he'll be fine and they'll get into the playoffs. And I don't believe that. And, hey, look, save it if you want. You want to film this on your camera and then use it on me, a year from now? Go for it. I deserve it, okay, for underestimating Bill Belichick and the Patriots. But I think they're going to go through some rough times now. I really do.
May he regress to back the way he was when he was with the Cleveland Browns.
You were on a roll.
How about that?
You were on a roll, and everything also went your way. Okay? You had the players. You had the quarterback.
You had the cheating scheme.
Yeah, well, everything went your way. I just don't feel that that's going to continue anymore. I think he's going to go through his share of rough patches now. I'm not telling you that he won't get back to being a decent team again. I just don't think we're going to see the dynasty anymore. I don't think he's going to be dominant anymore. I just don't. And even that vaunted defense that even myself, I thought with that talent that they would be great, they didn't perform at a great level down the stretch. They gave up points. They weren't as stout as people make it out to be.
Henry ran all over them.
Yeah, they got pushed around. So to me, when people look at Belichick, and you have to give him his respect for what's gone on the last 20 years. But when you lose that stud, and I'm talking about Tom Brady, unless you have Andrew Luck or Steve Young waiting in the wings, more often than not, you suffer setbacks. Because it's really hard to, go to back-to-back Hall of Famers. Even Miami, when they were, losing on Greasy because he was getting old, they had to go through Woodstock. And luckily we had, Shula that would make wine out of water every single time that he made that team out of, he made it wine out of water, and they were still able to get to a Super Bowl. Strike shortened season, everything helped out, but whatever. You still were able to get there. Everybody had the same season.
Killer Bees contributing big time.
Yeah, but it's still with Woodstruck, it would be kind of weird to get there, and they still got there. And the Killer Bees, obviously, they were the heart and soul of that team. And that okay, you draft Marino, and now you have the transition. I don't see that guy there right now. They're picking later in the draft. And as much as I like Jarrett Stidham as a project guy, he still hasn't played. So we don't know. And they're too late in the draft that they're not going to get what, is considered one of the top guys. They're going to have to settle for the Josh Gordons, the Jalen Hurts, the Nate Stanleys, those kind of guys that are going to go in that wave after. But they're not going to get Herbert. They're not going to get Tua. They're not going to get Joe Burrow. They're just not going to get any of the top guys. So to me, again, I look at it and I don't make it the layup that people make it out to be, that Belichick is going to bounce back with no problem. I think Belichick's going to struggle in a big-time way, trying to figure this thing out again.
We'll never see this again,
No, of course not.
With salary cap and stuff like that, what they've been able to accomplish over 20 years, man, you're not supposed to.
And Brady.
Everything is stacked.
And Brady
made he was the thing that, like you said, man, he's the thing that was the difference of having like a year where you fall down in this.
The first Super Bowl, Jermaine Wiggins was your tight end. Corey Dillon was your running back.
Troy Brown
was your number one wide receiver. Come on, bro. How many quarterbacks are going to do that? How many quarterbacks are going to make Deion Branch a Super Bowl MVP?
You know who did that kind of stuff in the beginning of his career? Because obviously
Montana.
Later, exactly. I
know. Montana's first Super Bowl. Greg Cooper, Freddie Solomon,
Miami Dolphins.
Only Clark was the only elite player on offense. He didn't have Roger Craig in that first Super Bowl.
No, that was
Cooper.
It was
Greg Cooper.
Cooper?
Yeah, it was Cooper. Only Dwight Clark, because you needed the catch. That's it, dude.
Wendell Tyler came later.
No, I think he was there.
Was Wendell Tyler part of that first group?
I think so. I think you're right. I think he was there. But what I'm saying is there was no Rice, no Taylor, no Rathman, and even their line wasn't as good as it got after that. It got even better. Those Montana, because everybody always says, Rice and Taylor, but, you don't follow it. You don't know he won one with Freddie Solomon. You know what I mean? You don't know that. You got to be old. You got to be old to know that.
Ronaldo Nehemiah, the track guy.
Yeah, yeah. He played a little receiver there, but that's why I'm saying that when you've got that stud, Marino, no defense, no running game most of his career, and he made the playoffs a ton of times. Won a few games in the playoffs too. And really, when you think about it, it's because he was making up for a lot of shortcomings that the team had. You know what I'm saying? So that's where you got to look at it and say, okay, this is that to me, I just don't make this Belichick transition the layup that people think it's going to be.
You know what?
I may be wrong, and you can make fun of me next year. While the season's going on, say, see, you're an idiot for underestimating the genius.
You know what I would love, for us to be able to squash them like a bug. All the 20 years of just absolute misery we've had, to bring them down to our level of misery, okay? Mm-hmm. It would be so awesome, like amazing. Because you know how they have this, like, arrogant, you know what I mean? That cocky, that we don't have time. You're not on our level. We don't have time for you type disregard.
Well, I think that's why
Want to bring them down to reality.
I think
hard.
the Patriots are going to get knocked down a couple of steps here.